y'all. So finally getting around to doing this little test on the box 1 brakes. Box 1 with the box 1 pads. Let's get this sucker down. So this is the bike that I broke my ankle on because the rims got wet and then the brakes didn't work. So when I pulled up, I was grabbing for the brake and the brakes just did not grab because basically the rims were wet, the brakes were wet. So finally getting around to swapping out these pads. I've had these before, I've ran these before. The only thing is they were too strong. So when I was learning how to wheelie, I would grab the brake just that much and it'd freaking just drop that front wheel quick. So the brakes worked actually too good with the Kool stops. But once you learn how to wheelie, once you learn how to trust your brake and basically learn how to feather your brake, you could have the baddest brakes in the world. You're gonna be good. So we're gonna swap these out because these do not work when they're wet. So these are the Salmon Kool stops, power stops for smooth, safe braking in all types of weather. These are badass brakes, basically. So that being said, we're gonna wet this down, do a test, and I'll show you guys exactly what happened. Get some water. So basically that day, it had rained. It had rained the day before. So I went through this big ass puddle. Rims got wet. Brakes got wet. Don't get your Brooks feet wet, guys. So the rims are nice and wet. All that's nice and wet. So basically, I'm gonna zip tie this brake to where it's tight. Mind you, my brakes are real tight. They only go to here. Because I got big hands. If you have big hands, you do not want your brake lever to touch your knuckle. Okay? Because that will stop you from a good brake. And then you'll fall backwards. And then you'll eat dookie. So when you're wheeling, make sure your brake does not touch your knuckle. So there, all the way tight, like so. Let me get the clamp so I can show you guys exactly what the deal is. All right, so we got the brake clamp down. I'll show you guys how these brakes suck. So if I turn the wheel still moves while wet. Look at that, man. Total garbage. Total freaking garbage. And I'm not even pushing hard, guys. I'm not even pushing hard. I'm just gliding it away. And the brakes completely do not freaking work. Do not work at all. So just imagine with my weight on the bike, just on the back tire, they're really not gonna work. That was just my hand. If I was sitting on here and riding, really wouldn't work. Check it. So I'm gonna put my hand on the seat and roll. Look at this. Brake is fully compressed. Brakes do not work at all. That's crazy. Hand on those, my hand's not even on the seat. My hand's not even on the seat and it's rolling. Now it starts to brake. So, no bueno. No bueno on the box brakes. Brake pads. Look at that. Insane. So I suggest, guys, if you are running box brakes, I know they come with pads. You probably want to use the pads it comes with. Do not use those pads. These pads right here, do not use them. They are no good. They are trash. But the arms, they're good. They're fine. Just throw the brake pads in the trash, guys. And you know what's weird? When I first put these on, these brakes, some guy told me, I think it was like about 3 people, about a year ago. They said if the box brakes get dirty, they don't work. They didn't say wet. They said if they got dirty or dusty or something like that, that they wouldn't work. But I didn't listen, you know? I was just like, hey, the box brakes, they come with pads. I'm gonna use the pads that it comes with. It probably works the best. But no, guys, those brakes do not work good. So be safe out there. As soon as I get the Kool stops on there, we'll do another test with the brakes wet, and I'll show you guys how good those work. And also on the red Ano, these came with box brakes also, box 3s, and we are definitely getting rid of those too. Those brake pads are trash too. So we got one set of Kool stops and another set of Kool stops for these big rippers, and we'll be good to go. Better and safe. So when I come back, I'll put these on and let you guys know how these work. So late. All right, guys, back at it. These are box 1 or box 3 brakes, which are complete junk. Brand new. Complete junk though. Took these off because these are what pretty much got my ankle broken. So I took these off my wheelie bikes. Those are gone. On the red Big Ripper, we now have some salmon Kool stops. The best brakes in the business. And we got some salmon Kool stops over here. So basically now I'll give you guys a test with these brakes being wet. And we're gonna go over here like before, grab a zip tie, and we're gonna clamp these brakes down, wet them down with the hose, and put them to the test. I already know what the results are gonna be, but it's just good for the YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Kool stops are highly recommended, guys. I just never ran them because when I was learning, like I said, when I was learning how to wheelie, they just worked too good, and I could never get that feather down. But should be good to go now. So, what up, Sonny? Wow, the wheel's not moving. But we're gonna wet this down. It rained like cats and dogs last night, y'all. All right, let's get it. Grab this hose. Don't get that Brooks seat wet, guys. Don't get that Brooks seat wet. All right. So in the first video, when I had the box brakes, the wheel moved just by using my hand. That's a lot of force, and they're clamped down, guys. I'm literally bending my spoke trying to turn the wheel, and it's not turning. Kool stops is where it's at, guys. Put some weight on here, see if they'll move. See if that rim will move. Nope. Guys, I'm putting all my weight, let me get on here, all my weight, wheel is locked. It's moving a little bit, but it's locked. I'm putting a lot of force on it just to move that wheel. Kool stops, guys. If you want brakes that work, grab you some Kool stops. Even if you have the box one brake arms, get you some Kool stops. It'll save yourself. It will save you. It will save your body parts, especially when it's wet outside. So, box, throw them away. Throw those brake pads away. Grab the Kool stops, baby. Shee.